Hello Libra, thank you for tuning in to your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the support of Oracle cards, I'm going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Redley Valentine. I already shuffled Relationship first, Single second, and Oracle cards come out where needed. Alright, Libra. You tell me to stop, so I'm going to stop. I don't know if I should. They're telling me to put them down. Alright, put them down. Alright, Libra. What do we got going on here? So, does this come first? This comes first. Nine of Wands. Something has you a little upset. It's the Knight of Wands. So this is usually like survival mode, protective mode, feeling like you have to do something that you may not want to, or being confronted in a way that it makes you very uncomfortable. Now I'm getting something's coming toward you in this relationship, and is it directly... It has to do with your partner. I don't feel like it's direct, but there's something about your partner that's causing you a bit of frazzled emotions here. And you're feeling like you have to make a change. It's very uncomfortable. You don't want to do it because of the conflict involved, is what I'm getting. Because it could be quite the conflict. But you're to get through the situation. That's a Six of Wands, right? Yep. And I'm getting this is saying to get through this situation, you're going a whole different direction. Now this is how you're getting through this situation. Something has happened. And it feels like it's not directly coming from your partner, but it has to deal with them. You're not happy. You're kind of freaking out about it. And to overcome it, to deal with it, you're going in a whole new direction. Now these two cards are in what's causing the problem. That's in that section. Now, as you're going this whole new direction, your partner wants the peaceful resolution, and your partner has a lot of love for you. The Ace of Cups is on their side. I'm getting this kind of blinded with love feel. Like, I don't feel like they're pushing back or questioning what you've decided to do. They just want that peaceful resolution. They want you to be happy with them again because of the love they're feeling towards you. This person has a lot of love. Like, I'm getting, like, it may border on the obsessive. So they're going along with what you want. And I'm getting the Emperor, like, they're seeing this work out in the long run. Like, you want to make this change, you're happy with that, they love you, they just want to go, they just want things to be better. They want the situation to be okay. So they're like, all right, I can do that, and I feel like they're going forward with what you've decided you want to do. Okay. How do we get to this next spot is my question. Because the situation, whatever the problem is, going this new direction, it did not take away the pain of it. Whatever the problem is here, the upset you're having, going this whole new direction did not get you around the problem. I just feel like that's the problem. That's why this is an issue right now. It's not getting you around the problem. Because the next card in your action line is the Devil card. I feel like you're... I'm getting you really upset with this. You're not happy at all. I'm getting a lot of frustration, and it's very obvious. Like, I feel like this is... You can't help but show how upset you are about the situation. It's still, like, weighing you down. Now, your partner... However this is affecting the two of you, whatever's going on between the two of you, your partner was hoping that the situation was going to be okay due to this new direction. I feel like they were hoping for a reprieve through this new direction you chose. They were hoping the situation would just solve itself, things would be fine, just go in the new direction, it's fine. Just move on, it'll be okay. They're realizing that that did not solve this because it's very visibly obvious that you're upset. And you're still, you tried to do this to correct it, you tried to do this to solve the situation, but it's not, emotionally it's not fixing it for you. And I see they're looking at the history of the situation and what actually happened here, whatever that may be, and they're still feeling like they're still feeling safe in the relationship, but they're also realizing that there's true damage here. There's some true damage that has to be worked out. Now, this is the next part. Spiritually, I'm getting like they're holding their side. I feel like they're very careful what they say to you. When I get the Queen, I get a very skilled, articulate, evolved, emotional communicator. In other words, they know what to say, they know how they feel about their emotions, they're very aware of the other person's emotions and how what they say can affect them. So they're very careful what they say, they're very involved with that moment. They'll say or not say what they want. They're very, very connected to the whole situation as a whole. And they're like, if they want the situation to get better, like in this situation, I'm feeling that's what your partner wants. They communicate only things that will help heal. They're very careful about what they say that seems to detract from that. And they only say things that they feel that they're going to have to bring forward that might cause problems. You, on the other hand, you have the Two of Swords. This situation, it's really weighing on you, and you're not sure what to do about it. You tried a new direction that doesn't seem to be making you feel better. You're not liking where it is. You're not liking where you're going with it. It's just you don't know what to do with it. And you're in this moment where you just don't know what to do with it. And you're realizing, I feel like you're very well aware of how your partner is treating you. They're very careful about what they're saying and how they're saying it. I don't feel like that's really making you happy. I don't feel like you're against it, though, because like you don't want unnecessary conflict either. But I feel like you're looking at the situation like, this still isn't right. It's just still not right. You know they're trying to be accommodating to you, but it's just the situation isn't working out the way you want it to. Now, I feel like we need to address one last thing here before we go too far to the end here. You do have the Ten of Cups for where you stand in relation to your partner. So I feel like there's a very loving connection. Like you have a social connection with your partner. Like it's you and your partner and you're connected to things socially if this is hitting with you. Definite love. You have love for your partner, but there's a lot of other things connected here. I feel like that's one of the things that you're having a hard time with because I feel like there's other things coming at you about the situation, making it more complex. And you're having to defend something that you don't feel like you really want to, but you are defending it. It seems like that's making it more complicated. But the love is there for your partner. It's just things have become like they're very cemented in your life is what I'm getting. If this reading is hitting for you, they're very cemented and it's made things very complicated. You do have the love there for them, but it's just things are complicated. You're just not sure what to do with it. Even though the love is there, there's a very good community. Like you're feeling very good about the community connection. You're just not sure what to do with it. And I feel like this is also saying like where you're standing. Socially, I feel like you're not letting people know what's really happening behind the scenes. Your partner's going along with it too. I feel like the two of you outwardly are like putting forth a front to other people that everything is fine between the two of you, that there's really nothing going on that's bad. I mean, there's things going on here, but I feel like you're like, it's nobody else's business. And it's just between us. Nobody needs to be involved with this. And I feel like your partner's in line with that. Is there a but there? No? Is that it? So I feel like you're keeping it very private, too. I feel like that's what we're saying with these two cards. You're keeping it private. To the outside world, everything looks okay. But with the relationship between the two of you, there's definite problems here. And the Ace of Cups on your partner's side, there's a strong love coming from them towards you. but something isn't really, whatever the situation is, you're not happy with it. You weren't happy with it to begin with. The new direction just didn't seem to make you feel any better, and you're not sure what to do with it. Now, this is going to take a while. I'm getting like the Three of Swords on your partner's side. They have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. The year from now, over time, I feel like they're gonna get this. They're headed for devastation, is what I'm getting. And I feel like whatever this is, I don't know. I feel like this could lead, because I'm seeing heartbreak on their side. This could end up being a real ending of a situation between you and him or her, whoever it might be, whoever this person is to you, because it's a general read. It feels like it could lead to an ending over time. If it does, though, you have the Page of Swords on your side. If it's leading to that, I feel like it's in your control whether it is or not, to a point. I just feel like the reason it might be leading there is because whatever the situation is here that happened, it's just, it doesn't seem like you can get over it. I feel like conversations aren't happening to really heal it. It seems to be just kind of festering and getting worse. And it just, the Page of Swords makes me feel like you're not really trying to make it a problem, but it's just not going away, and it's really not okay with you. And it's really bothering you, and you're not happy with it. When this heartbreak card happens for your partner, because I feel like they're heading for that, within the next year, it seems like that's when that's going to happen. Anywhere from 8 months to a year and a half, I'd say. They're going to hit this heartbreak. When that happens, that's when you can recover from this. That's when the recovery happens. Because I feel like they have to have some type of breakdown. Either they realize that you're not over it, you're still upset, and they finally start the conversation that they've been dreading, and you tell them exactly how you feel, and they say how they feel, and it's just, they are devastated by it because a mistake from the past seems to really have caused a lot of damage. Or you've broken off with them for whatever reason, and it's just, it's not a situation anymore because of that. This is where the healing begins. One of the two. Okay. It does end up in recovery. I do like a nice ending, but I'm thinking this seems like it's a rough situation. It is a general read, so it won't hit for everybody, but if it's hitting for you, and I realize people have told me, like, even though these are romance reads, sometimes this will talk about relationships, like maybe you have with your boss or a friend or maybe a family member that you're having these issues with. So I guess it definitely can mirror off that way, but still I'm seeing it, the way this ends, it seems like it finally does end up in recovery at one point, but the other person ends up with a heartbreak. They feel really bad about it, and you might think that that's justified. I can't say. It's a general read, and I don't know the details of your situation, but you're upset for a reason. Like, it's not a little thing. I feel like, especially because you're so upset, you tried to overcome it, you can't, and it's holding on. To you, this is a big situation. And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I don't know, I think I'm looking for, like, a more positive note here. It's just, I guess it is what it is. All right, I'm going to let it go. Let's do Libra singles. Libra singles. What do we have for Libra singles? I think that's one of the things about being a reader is I can't really make a happy ending if it's not there. I mean, just gotta say what's there. Alright, so messages for Libra. Libra singles, empowering information to help them move life in the way they want to, help them see things that empower them and move things forward in a way that they want to be, so that they can be happy. Libra singles. Okay. Stop. Let's shuffle these oracle cards for empowering information to match up with what's already here for Libra singles. Not really sure how this is going at this point, so I guess we'll find out in a minute. And I mean that in the sense of, like, is it going to end up in a good place, or I don't know. Cards we got here could go either way. We'll find out in a minute. This is the strongest card I'm feeling on your read right here. You're standing in the spot of the Hermit. So you're looking for these answers. You're looking for the answers, and I also am seeing like the Ace of Cups in your overall energy, which is kind of the weather equivalent in my opinion. So are you feeling this for some? There's somebody, you definitely feel for somebody. So you're feeling for somebody, and I'm getting in the past, you didn't see them for who they really were, and you moved on from them. So if this is hitting with you, somebody you have feelings for now, you seem to like originally or in the past, either you had an opportunity or something came towards you, you saw something a certain way and you thought that this wasn't for you. You thought that there was something better, so you moved on from it. The Moon card here with the something better is like, I don't feel like you were given the proper picture or the proper information to know exactly what was happening there. You did your best with what you saw or knew, but what you saw or knew wasn't factual enough to really help you give you that ground to stand on to know exactly what was happening there. So you kind of moved on from it with the information you had. But now as the future comes forward, I feel like you've seen more, and you definitely, the Ace of Cups, that's a very strong love feeling. You're feeling it for this person. Now, I'm getting, whoever this is, get the Three of Wands and the Nine of Swords. I'm getting they're moving on, or the situation, like you're feeling it for them now, and I feel like you're coming closer to find out if there's a possibility here. The question, it depends on you how this is happening. Either you're creating a conversation or you're gathering information. Either way, you're finding out that the opportunity is no longer there. And you get the Nine of Swords. I feel like that's, a lot of times when I see the Nine of Swords, that speaks of regret. Looking back on something, wishing you handled it differently. That's a lot of times what I get from this card. And it's looking at what has happened, where things came from. And I feel like you're looking back at the past, realizing that you didn't have enough information to really know about this person. And now that the moment has passed, you're kind of like, you're feeling despair because you're like, this could have gone differently. Now, the other person that you're feeling for, I got the Queen of Swords. Nope, this is the Queen of Wands. To me, this is fire. In this deck, I don't think they use fire as much, but to me, it's fire. Now, when I'm feeling this, I'm getting, this person is just, what are they doing? I feel like they're just like, they're not paying attention to you as closely, and they're not, I almost feel like they're a little insulted in some sense. For whatever reason, it feels like they're just like, they're feeling a little jilted, and they're just, no. They're just like, I'm not even going to put the time into that. I'm not going to think about it. So for whatever reason, you're thinking the opportunity has passed, and you're having regret. They seem to be connecting with you in this sense of like, there's some type of insulted. I feel like this person's insulted. Like, I know this is a general read, so it has to be up to you whether this fits or not. But I'm feeling like they're like, no. They're just like, no, no. And they're just not spending the time even thinking about it. They have other things they're going to do. They're just going towards, they're not giving it much thought at all. They're just, for some reason, they're just, I'm getting like they just don't pay attention to it. They're just like, nope. And they just keep going with what they're doing. They're not paying attention to it very much at all. I'm hoping that, I'm thinking for, it's a smell, I don't know, I'm getting that insulted feel though. I feel like they're insulted for some reason or another. And they're like, nope, and they move on. So we're going to the future. I got the Strength card and I got the Get More Information. I feel you're feeling, here we go again. Your feelings, you got the Ace of Cups here. You're having a hard time putting that cup down. So you're still gathering more information. You're still holding on. For whatever reason, that it looks like the opportunity passed and this person's not paying attention to you, I don't feel like you're giving up on this. You got the strength when you're getting more information, like you're still gathering information, you're still trying again. And you're still, like, you also have the Eight of Pentacles here, like you're building, almost like you're building a case to see if you can get this person to change their mind. So you're going forward, you're still, like, you haven't given up. You're feeling the love here, you're feeling that love, and you're just like, I'm not giving up yet. I'm going to give it another shot. I think there's another way into this fortress. I think we can still do this. Just got to hold on. I don't think I've touched on this yet, but I'm trying to figure out exactly what we're talking about with it. But I feel like if we talk about the end here, it might make sense. So let's do that. You've got the Seven of Pentacles with the Trust card. And I feel like you have the trust that if you just keep working at it, this is going to work out. The bottom card here is the World card. I'm getting the situation has already passed. I was hoping that's not where that was going, but as I'm picking this up, I feel like you're still trying to convince this person. You seem to be staying in the same spot going forward. The other person seems to be done. Like the phase has ended. Any chance they have completely walked away from. I don't feel like they're even going to give you a consideration at this point. And if this reading is truly hitting for you, I feel like that's information that might help you if it's okay. Well, I don't know. I have a feeling with the love as strong as it is here, if this is hitting with you, it's hard to move on from this. But they're telling me that this other person has already made up their mind and they're moving on. Because I don't see you moving up. The Seven of Pentacles is telling me that you're still continuing the same effort, but I'm not seeing it changing. Like you're doing the same effort. You're trying to gather information and trying to get another chance. I don't see it happening though. I get the trust. Like I feel like the trust here is like you're thinking if you just keep with it and just keep trying, sooner or later it'll go your direction. But I feel like this other person's already moved on. Other opportunities may come your way, but I don't see this person going your way. Is that correct? I'm just trying to be sure with that trust card next to there. Because that trust card like makes me feel like, trust it'll work out is what my bare bones, just looking at it quickly, would make me think. But as I'm touching it, I'm feeling like you have that feeling like you think it's going to work out. If you just dedicate yourself to keep trying to get this going forward, like sooner or later you'll get your chance. I just feel like you're going to be stuck in that rut, and it's not. I don't feel like this person is going to give you another chance. I feel like the trust is better spent in the sense of like trust this isn't for you. Trust that if this was going to work out, it wouldn't be so difficult, and I feel like you need to walk away from it. That might be hard. If this is really hitting with you, you have very strong love feelings. That's not easy to do. That won't be easy to do. Are we good? All right, I'm going to stop with that card because I want it to mean something better. I want it to go more to your favor for what you're looking for, but I'm feeling like the whole point of this is to let you know this person has walked on already. The world has already come through with them. They've moved on from it. They're not going to. I don't feel them giving you another chance in the future. Anything else? All right. I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.